Hey, back in Nova Scotia, a bit of a hiatus because last Sunday we packed these 4 bikes onto the back of this Toyota 4Runner and proceeded to absolutely smash the 16 or 17 hour drive through Quebec into Ontario so that we could stay in this Airbnb with our bikes, all in the name of spending time here. If you're unfamiliar with Joyride 150, it is a 100,000 square foot indoor bike park consisting of a cross-country style loop. All right, full XC loop with tricks, hopefully. Pump tracks, yeah, that's sick. A number of different sized box jump lines, foam pits, resi ramps, a large Olympic BMX style room, so resi foam pit area, big room here, and a street section. It's one of these places that no matter your skill level on a bike, there's something for you to ride and something for you to progress into. Day one, Chris, Emily, and Mason's first time here ever. So we're gonna spend a little bit of time on like the bit of pump tracky stuff. Just kind of get our feet wet. And we're gonna head over to the big room. I'll actually see what this place is like truly about. Pump track here is pretty, but you know, the box jumps. It's all about the box jumps. You go first. Okay. Yeah. So a pretty normal session for us throughout the week starts with a couple laps on this full pump track to get warmed up before heading over to the bigger features. A big thing I like about this pump track is you can make it evolve as you progress with your riding. As you ride it a little quicker and a little more confident, you can take some of these rollers, turn it into a double, you can ride the berms a little higher, you can try and triple this, which I never make work, or you can trick over some stuff. It kind of remains a fun warm-up no matter how much you progress. So if you don't know Joyride, there's a bunch of different sections. We're in the box jump line right now. There's this really tiny one that's green, and then there's like what I would consider like the small line. That's what Emily is riding right now. And then I'm standing on what I would consider like the medium box jump line. And then there's that big monster line, which is honestly, I tried it a little earlier. It's kind of big, a little scary. Working on the small line now. I gotta say, it's going good. The main point of us coming out to Joyride in March was to get a bit of a head start on the upcoming season of warm weather riding and hopefully progress a little bit out of our respective comfort zones, maybe just moving up to the next size box jump line, or maybe just trying some tricks into the foam that you wouldn't really want to try fly out. For me, I had a few things I wanted to work on, one being tail whips, which I pretty promptly gave up on. But the next was finally riding the large box jump line, getting used to the speed and the height that those jumps produce. This is Emmerich from Ottawa riding these. You can see he's like completely unfazed by the speed and height, totally comfortable with them, getting over them no problem. That's basically where I was hoping to get to. It's just that here on the East Coast, we don't really have any jumps that are quite as steep or as fast as these, so it's a bit of a jump up from what I'm normally comfortable with. The middle line here, thankfully Emily took some footage of, is very, very reminiscent to Mount Edwards, so I'm quite comfortable with it, but moving up to the big line is a bit of a jump for me. Definitely my first hurdle and the hardest part to overcome was my fear of the speed required to get over the first step up. No matter what I seemed to try in the beginning, I would just case it so hard, not allowing myself to ride a little bit harder, pull a little bit harder just to try and get over it.
Literally just, yeah, tuck the rear wheel in.
You gotta let the bike do what it wants.
Yeah.
It'll take you into the left.
Yeah, because I just keep straightening my legs out.
You're bracing to case.
Yeah, and I don't need to, but I
Stop thinking.
love a good case.
Like on these jumps, if you're gonna case, you know you're gonna case.
Oh yeah.
Thankfully, on the Friday, our last day there, I didn't fall victim to my normal give up because it's too difficult. I kept at it, continuing to try over and over again.
Come on! He's got it! No, he doesn't! Because the first one after the right hand hip is kind of the worst of it, I think.
In down where
Yeah.
you see? Yeah.
And then you get to that black box jump and you're like, I think I've got it.
At least they're all really casing.
Yeah, but yeah, I've been doing some pretty gnarly frame casing on it, so. Yes, Chris!
Now, I can't go as far as to say that I got through it as clean, as fast, and as pro as I would like to, but I think this one kinda counts.
Finally did something.
So, I'll be honest, I left Joyride a little sour because I thought I hadn't really done any of the things that I truly wanted to do. And in editing this, I'm like, oh, I actually kind of did. So I'm glad I have all this footage and that I edited this, because in my brain, I was like, I just frame cased everything. I didn't even come close, when in reality, I kind of did achieve what I wanted to, but not quite where I wanted. So I guess We'll just have to go back at some point.